Hi guys, Mrs. Devlin here. This is going to be a reading of the West African Society material from our little interactive notebook activity. So as you can see, I have the reading portion up, so feel free to use this when you get there. Kinship and castes. West Africans had well-organized societies. Family glue that held these societies together through good and bad. Kings may come and go, observed a popular saying from Mali, but the family endures. Family ties. In West Africa, family members shared a strong sense of kinship or connection based on family relationships. Families were not just made up of parents and children. They included grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. These large families formed lineages. A lineage is a group of people who are related to a common ancestor. The head of a lineage controlled the family members and property. Lineages were building blocks of West African society. Each lineage, was a part of a clan or larger group of related families. In turn, West African clans formed even larger groupings. Several closely related clans lived together in a village. Moving on here. Beyond that level, several villages united into larger ethnic groups. Each ethnic group shared a distinct culture, language, and identity. The West African empires included many ethnic groups, each with their own way of life. The social structure. In West Africa, a person's caste or social class fixed that individual's place in the social structure. You may recall that ancient India had a caste system. This system divided people into social groups, each with a specific occupation and rank. West African society was similarly divided into castes. A person's caste was determined at birth. The emperor stood at the very top of West African social structure. All who appeared before him had to bow and sprinkle dust on themselves. Noble families came just below the emperor. Nobles helped the emperor govern the country and lead the armies. In Mali, the emperor awarded noble generals with gold and horses. Before the noble families were traders and free people of the towns. This class of people set up businesses and ran farms, but they did not have the same social standing as the nobles. Below this group were different castes of skilled workers. Each caste specialized in doing certain jobs. One caste might specialize in ironworking. Another might work as musicians. West African slavery. Enslaved people made up the lowest level of society. Many of these people come from groups that have been defeated in war. Others were born in slavery. Traders sold enslaved people on city markets. Many slaves, men and women, are sold each day, wrote the Moroccan geographer Leo Africanus about the slave market in Gao. A girl of 15 is worth about 6 ducats. Little children are sold for about half the price of grown-ups. Enslaved people performed many tasks. In the Songhai Empire, they served as soldiers. A slave boss supervised the slave farmers on Aksia Muhammad's royal lands. There were also servants in people's houses. In the Empire of Mali, slaves served in the royal court and in the government. One enslaved person even became an emperor of Mali. Slaves had certain rights in West African society. They could marry, and families could not be separated. They were also protected from harsh punishment. More importantly, they could earn money and even buy freedom. Music, dance, and art. West Africa's oral tradition was only one of many artistic achievements. West Africans also created unique music, dance, and art. Like the oral tradition, the arts helped to pass on each group's history and culture. Music. West Africans' lives were filled with music. Mothers lulled babies to sleep with soft songs. Young people learned songs that taught them adult responsibilities. Musicians gave performances to honor the West Africans who had died. West Africans created many musical instruments, but the most widely used instruments were drums. African drummers created exciting polyrhythmic drum music. Polyrhythmic means playing two or more different rhythms at the same time. Dance. Drum music went together with another important art form, dance. Dancers worked out complex movements to match the drummer's polyrhythms. A dancer's feet might follow one rhythm, while hands or hips move to another. Here is how a modern dancer describes African dance. African dance is basic, vital.
It varies from the slowest and stateliest of court dances to those which move so rapidly the eye cannot hope to register all that is happening. That is said by someone named Pearl Primus. Dance was an important part of West African life. Dancers performed during festivals. They celebrated a great hunt or a successful harvest. Dance was part of religious ceremonies. Masked dancers acted out stories of gods or ancestors. Dance also marked important stages in people's lives. Young people learned certain dances when they became adults. Dancers celebrated births and marriages. They also performed at funerals. Art. West African artists created art for many purposes. Emperors had artisans design work that show off their wealth and power. Artists sculpted graceful portraits of kings and queens. In the Kingdom of Benin, sculptors made metal plaques and figures to record important events and people. In Mali, artists crafted clay soldiers in fine detail. So that concludes the reading portion here. Make sure that you've answered the questions on the sides as you go through. They will be counted. And let me know if you have questions as well. Remember, guys, always here to help you out. Want to see you rock this, okay? Thanks.